Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Master Cloud here with another cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Rise of the Witch King. Of course, that is the expansion to the game, The Battle for Middle-earth 2. Got something in my mouth or something. Alright, here we go. This game is going to be on Redhorn Pass. It is a 1 versus 1. And this is a little bit more of a not played map. It is a very unique map. I'll get into that in just a moment after I introduce the players here. Spawning in the upper left-hand side is going to be SirSnoopy. And Snoopy is going to be spawning as the Elves. Looks like he's going for the double Malorn tree opening here. And in the 6 o'clock position down here on the bottom, we do have his opponent Isengard, who is going to be BHBK. I guess we'll just call him Burger King because BK stands for... No, probably shouldn't do that. BHBK. I will try and remember BHBK and SirSnoopy. How could I forget his name? Now, it looks like BHBK here going for a furnace and then the Uruk pit there. And did he just use... I believe he just used, yeah, his power there to gain vision. So he is able to see right now what, or was able to tell what his opponent was doing. Give a quick look there, and looks like he's going to be going for some early Uruk-hai. Now, before we get too much into the details of what's going on, let's jump and take a look at the map. On the path directly from fortress to fortress, we do have a small goblin cave here, an additional goblin cave over here next to the outpost, which would be very nice to acquire. Just some ruins scattered around down here. Doesn't look like anything too special. A couple more trees, and of course a third goblin pit over here. Now there is a backdoor route to your opponent's base, and it looks like actually BHBK here going to be attempting to use that route. It does lead up here into the mountains where he will find a cave troll. I'm not sure, as well as an inn here. I'm not sure these units can actually kill a cave troll. They might be able to just barely kill it. And there's an additional path leading further into the mountain where they'll find another cave troll and, of course, a signal fire. Third and fourth cave troll also surround this. So this signal fire very guarded. And it looks like BHBK here going to try and bypass the troll and go straight for the inn to be able to produce those Wildmen of Dunlin very cheaply. But right now his units seem to be a little confused about what to do. They're shivering in fear from this cave troll, and he's going to basically be losing a unit here for nothing. Needs to... I think these units are just shuddering in fear. They cannot actually get away from this cave troll. So they will have to stand and fight, and he will lose that unit. Looks like he has decided to go with pikemen now, which is, of course, a much smarter choice against a cave troll. And yeah, he's going to lose a unit there, dealing about half damage to that cave troll. The spearmen will be able to easily clean that up. However, he has these swordsmen and these rangers, or the archers, from SirSnoopy here, and they're going to be making his way into his base here. And that does not bode well for his infrastructure here that's left out in the open. Now, I believe this Uruk pit is possibly in range of the fortress here, so if he begins to attack this, he will be sustaining damage. However, he is going to find a builder over the back, around the backside here, and get that for free. And that's very nice pickup here for SirSnoopy, and he's going to go to work on this fortress. Now, archers have come out, and they will be able to deal some damage to these units from behind. But I don't think not before this furnace does go down, and with that going down, the Elves are going to grab a little bit of level, grab a little bit of health there, and definitely worth it here. And it looks like he's going to take his way up the path here in order to draw the archers away from the base. Where's his second unit now? Actually, he's pulled them back to deal with the pikemen that were sent around the back. It looks like they killed the ogre there, or the troll there, and then continued onward, and are going to be able to get this tree. It looks like they will fall. The archers and swordsmen have arrived. They're just barely, I think, going to take this tree down. Needs to focus this tree, and he does manage to just barely get it. He will lose those units. Now, however, it looks like SirSnoopy going for the upgraded barracks here. I think a really smart choice, especially, you know, having done some early damage already. And these Elves are going to run completely all the way around in an attempt to get away from those archers. Of course, with the upgraded barracks, the Mirkwood archers become available. However, he's also gone for the the green pasture here, the stables, and with that he will be able to get some horsemen out on the field, which will very easily deal with these archers and additional units like this group of our guy here. Now, as this group moves up, it looks like he's going to try and focus down the Malorn tree. Going to take a little bit of damage from these archers, not enough to stop him. The swordsman will come down as well, but I don't think they're going to get there in time, and I believe he's going to get an additional tree here. So, BHBK here not doing too bad. Actually, yeah, I think he's still going to get this. He does have enough surrounded here where they will be able to cut it down, and yeah, he will get that. We'll lose that unit as well, though. So the army size of SirSnoopy here slowly building up, able to take out several of the enemy's units. Has an additional unit of Lorien troops down here hiding in the trees, and a further unit of swordsmen up here. I believe he's forgotten about these. It looks like the archers that had followed them up here were taken out. Needs to go ahead and capture this signal flyer. Of course, the signal flyer helps your powers recharge more quickly, which is always a nice bonus. That's great to have. His powers can be extremely powerful, I guess, especially in the late game, coming with those later powers. Of course, Elves grabbing the, let's see, what's their 25 powers? I know they get the birds at 15, and then the 25 you get the flood, and there's another strong power, the sun flare, I believe it is. So both of those powers extremely powerful. I'm not sure that this game is going to go on that long. Looks like Lert's actually coming out here. Going for a quick hero is Isengard, BHBK. And Lert's is going to attempt to try and deal with these horsemen. However, he's not going to be able to deal with them quickly enough before he's going to lose an additional furnace here. And already the infrastructure of BHBK is suffering quite a bit. He has one mine in the back here. Remember, he lost a builder in the earlier in the game, so he hasn't been able to produce structures at the rate that he would like to. He does have an additional furnace down here, but 2 furnaces is just not going to be enough, and he's trying to throw up some more here. But at the same time, he needs units to be able to hold off the attacks here. The growing army of SirSnoopy. Now at this point, SirSnoopy is going for those Mirkwood archers. Actually has 2 queued up here. Might be alright, seeing as how this unit is almost done. Would like to possibly see him go for a hero. Glorfindel is a great elfin hero, of course, with Lert's on the field. That might not be the greatest idea still, but still, Glorfindel can definitely be a help. And can take out Lert's, obviously, when his cripple shot and carnage is down. And of course, Lert's only level 2 right now, so it doesn't even have that ability active to him. Now these archers did get caught out in the open there in the trees. They were discovered, but the Mirkwood archers show up to reinforce this. The swordsmen in the front going to quickly fall though to the archers and Lert's, as well as the pikemen and Uruk-hai, and these archers are left completely exposed now. They need to focus down the pikemen so that the horsemen can come in here. The horsemen are going to be able to take out a large group of the archers to the south there. But in the meantime, the Mirkwood archers and Lorien archers taking a lot of damage. He needs to pull these back and reinforce it with some additional ground troops. Lert's actually going to have to retreat here. And this Mirkwood archer battalion gets out with just 2 units left. And I think they will survive as the archers here, as the Mirkwood archers here. Incredibly powerful arrows. Very dead on with their shots and able to take out enemies very, very quickly. Additional unit of cavalry here running around the base of BHBK, attempting to take out more of his infrastructure, more of his mines here, but Lert's and this unit of pikemen, I believe, should be able to clean this up before they take out this mine. He just has a couple units left, and yeah, he will not be able to get that. So good defensive hold there by BHBK. Of course, the mine is left weakened, but of course, even a weakened mine still produces at the same rate, so good save there by BHBK. He is throwing down a work pit here. I'm not sure I agree with this. I think he's doing this because of the Mirkwood archers, which actually probably is a pretty good idea. The only other thing that could possibly deal with them, maybe a siege workshop with the catapults or the ballistas. But yeah, probably a work pit actually his best choice here. So smart choice here by BHBK, going for that counter. Of course, SirSnoopy still has this group of Lorien archers up here and has finally captured the signal fire, so he does have that available to him now, but needs to bring these warriors back to his main army, of course, where he'll get much more use out of them than just having them stand up in the top right corner. I'm surprised to see neither of these players going for the outpost down here. Maybe they don't realize that it's down here, as this map is not played very often. However, definitely want to take a look around the map each and every time you play. And a structure like this outpost right now, the horsemen or wargs or lurts or really any of the units could easily make their way over here and capture this. And with that huge boost in income, it would definitely be worth it for the momentary time they wouldn't be with your army, I feel like. More Lancers coming out here from the Elves, and he is going to be able to capture this inn over here. That will give him the ability to produce Hobbits. He's actually queued up 4 Hobbits. Hobbits really not the great. They're a very specialized unit. They work well actually against heroes, against single powerful units. I want to say they work sort of as pikemen almost. But other than that, the Hobbit's not very effective against large groups of enemies. Large weak groups of enemies, that is. The horsemen here going to engage the wargs. An additional unit of wargs coming up to help, but I believe the Rivendell Lancers should have this quite easily, especially with the rally call going down. And yeah, these wargs don't stand a chance. Lurch is in here trying to do some damage. Pretty effective actually against these Lancers, and they might actually have to fall out as Lurch gains a couple of levels there, throwing on his Carnage ability, able to take out quite a few of them there at the last moment. And they are going to have to fall back. Now, the more Hobbits are coming out, they would be able to deal with Lurtz, I believe, if they engage him here, or if he engages them. But Lurtz is actually going to go for the Troll, it looks like. The Hobbits here throwing their stones, and actually, yeah, look how quickly that is. And with that, Lurtz is going to fall. The Hobbits take the victory there. Hobbits so effective against single targets such as heroes. Now, there is a Mirror of Galadriel built over here, which of course does regen the units over time as they stand near that. So SirSnoopy here trying to maintain his units as best as he can, and those Rivendell Lancers that escaped will be able to regen their numbers and their health while standing next to that. Meanwhile, an additional unit, or a couple of units of BHBKs here, are going to be moving out, trying to claim the center. But the horsemen are just too fast, and they can just bypass those units. These units need to come down and stop these horsemen. Even if they come down now, they're not going to be in time, though, and he is going to lose this. He might actually lose his builder, too, if SirSnoopy sees it here and needs to focus down this builder. That would be a huge pickup, as he killed the other builder earlier, and the builder is just going to get away. The horsemen chase it down, and they are able to take it out. Might lose the horsemen here, but that would be well worth it, as the builder costs way more than a group of horsemen does. The builders cost 500. I think the horsemen, actually I believe the horsemen cost maybe 400. But even so, the builder a much more valuable unit, and because of that, BHBK either going to have to reproduce a builder or just go without producing any more buildings, which I definitely would not recommend. He does not have enough furnaces on the map, especially after losing an additional one right here to the Hobbits. So only 2 or 3 furnaces remaining, as well as this lumber mill down here. But the Hobbit's now moving in and dealing some damage to the Uruk pit. He can't lose this. This is his main unit production structure. Of course, he has the work pit, but he's not producing anything out of it right now. Lurtz has returned to the field and is going to begin focusing down those Hobbits, but those Hobbits so effective against single targets here. And of course, the Uruk Berserkers not going to be effective. Look at this one. I couldn't even click on it fast enough. That he died so fast. Hobbit's going to be moving in on Lurtz here, but Lurtz able to take out the Hobbits with one shot from his bow here. And we'll be able to pick them up. I don't think there's enough left. Oh, these 3 last Hobbits, can they kill Lurtz? No, Lurtz will go ahead and win that battle, going up to level 7. However, there are additional Hobbits being produced. 5 more on the way. Quite a few queued up. Might want to cancel a couple of those and put that money to use to build another barracks. Possibly the Forge would be a great choice. And of course, this unit of Lorien warriors still up here, completely forgotten about by SirSnoopy, as I'm not even sure he expected those units to live this long. but so many Lancers out now, and they are going to be on a hunt here for additional furnaces to deny the opponent, BHBK here. They need to be careful with these pikemen. Lurt's now giving the leadership ability, of course 50% damage and armor, and the double experience, or the experience twice as fast, which is essentially the same as double XP, I believe. And that furnace, they are going to be able to claim one of the furnaces here and easily escape before these pikemen. Actually, they don't easily escape. They're trying to hit the archers and will actually get quite a few of them there. With the leadership bonus, though, the archers can survive the initial charge. But these horsemen actually going to be able to throw us down the rally call, and is actually going to go for the Urk pit here, I think. Yes, this is a smart choice, as he knows he's taken out 2 builders, so the builders are already weak. However, the berserkers show up, and that is goodbye for the horses. These Urk berserkers are so powerful against packed up groups of enemies. And not able to take that down, so should have actually bypassed it, maybe gone for this furnace instead. A watchtower actually being built here along the back. That does mean an additional builder has been built, and Sharku now out for Isengard. Isengard, sadly, one of the races that did not get some of the best heroes. Sharku, a less than decent hero, I would say, less than average. Nevertheless, why not throw him in your army? He isn't you know, worm tongue status, I suppose. But of course now the Noldor warriors out as well for the elves here, but they have no troops in the front. The archers are going to have to battle, and of course archers have incredibly low health. They cannot fight up front like this. They're actually focusing down Sharku. Lurtz manages to fall because of his low health, but these archers taking a lot of damage. Sharku going to realize, hey, I'm being shot by elves, maybe I should attack. He is going to run into the fray, gets taken out. Tom Bombadil is summoned now as well, and somehow, someway, these archers managing to survive. They are going to take up this Goblin Pit in addition here, and Tom Bombadil going to help them in that regard. Should pick up that gold if he gets the chance. Yeah, he is going to grab that for the elves there. Hobbits making their way around the backside too, and the lack of builders is certainly hurting. BHBK here, as he just cannot produce at the rate that the elves are producing. Here's his only builder was in the tower. The Hobbits have the chance to take it out right now, but they are going to try and focus down those Warg Riders as they barely get away. But as the Warg Riders leave, that leaves only the builder, and the third builder is going to go down in this game. The third one for BHBK, and again, he is set back, and now his Urk Pit here in danger of being taken out, only about half health. This furnace finally up to level 3, so it can defend itself. But will it be able to take out these Hobbits fast enough? Does he have any units back here? An additional unit of Wargs coming out here. But they just can't deal with the power of this many elves. Sure, there's nothing in the front, but the elves deal so much damage that they can barely make it there in time. And now a huge unit of Rivendell Lancers has returned to the battlefield. Looks like they will try and focus this down. I would assume that all of the resources right now of BHBK are going to, I guess, fortification upgrades as well as the heroes being reborn, but it's just not going to be enough. I think that SirSnoopy has the game in his back pocket right now, as it's really his game to lose. There's just so few buildings left for BHBK, and he's going to lose his final unit production structure here. Of course, the Warg Lair, or the Warg Pit. I think it's the Warg Pit. Yes, it is. And these archers are going to be able to take that out. Even though archers don't deal a lot of damage to buildings, he has so many here that building is quickly going to be taken out. And his only remaining building, his fortress and this furnace, are his only remaining buildings, I should say. But these horsemen going to be able to take this out. The crossbowmen here focusing on, they should focus on the top part here, which it looks like they are doing, and that is taken out. And now, of course, they can focus on the bottom part here, taking that out as well, leaving the fortress vulnerable to a melee attack. However, he doesn't even have any melee units other than this group of Lorien warriors, which has been up here the entire game, basically. An additional builder comes out, tries to get by. The Hobbits are going to spot it. I'm not sure where he's going to go, though. His fortress is in a lot of trouble here, taking damage from afar, and he can't even He's not even close enough to be able to deal damage to those archers. Of course, the builder was spotted, so the horsemen here are going to be moved up here to deal with this. Looks like he was able to capture the inn here with wildmen. Actually has a huge group of wildmen summoned here in the back of the base of the elves, going to focus down the green pasture here of SirSnoopy's. But all of Snoopy's buildings have gone completely unharassed this entire game, so they're all level 3. Of course, level 3 buildings gain the archery upgrade, as well as increase their production resources. And the group of Redhorn Lancers is going to make it back in time in order to save this. So that power almost completely wasted there. And with that, BHBK knows this game is over, and he is going to surrender to SirSnoopy. So great job there by SirSnoopy, able to take that game quite convincingly there. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and stay tuned for more in the future. Master Cloud signing out.